Hey everybody, it's Mac here, and we are going to now work on what do you do when you have an exponent to a power, okay? Well, we learned a few things. First of all, if I have, let's just say like a 2x squared, and I add that to a 3x squared, when I add, all I do is I just copy, okay? So when you add, you copy. Okay, and then we learned this. 2x squared times 3, let me go x to the fourth here, okay? And we learned when we do that, we're going to multiply that. What are we going to do with the exponent, though? And here we add. So when we multiply, we add what am I doing there? We add the exponent. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to, let me just do the x squared to the, I'm going to say fourth power. When we power, let's see, what do you think we do? We're going to multiply. So when they look like this, we're going to multiply the exponent. Okay, so this is kind of the steps we do while we do the powers, all right? So let's just do a few and see how we feel about these, okay? And write all answers using positive exponents only. That's okay, we know how to do that. So x to the third to the fourth. In this situation, this is when we multiply, okay? A to the negative second to the fifth, well, what's a negative 2 times 5? That's a negative 10. But we want to write it with a positive, so we flip it. So we have to write 1 over a to the 10. We need that 1 as a placeholder. Number 3, all we do is power. That becomes y to the 10. Next one, c to the 12. Next one, m to the negative 12. Well, we better flip that, right? Yeah, we better. Let's keep going. This one is just going to be p to the 12. We're just multiplying. Okay, now let's stop and think on number 7. If you are squaring or doing a power inside of a parenthesis, it has to go to both of them, okay? It has to go to everything in there. So that's going to become an x to the fourth, y to the sixth, okay? Now, if you really want to write it out so you can see it, that's the same as x squared y to the 3 times x squared y to the 3, right? If I write it twice, what's x2 times x2? x4. What's x3 times x3? Or sorry, y3, we add, and we'll get a y to the 6. So if you see, we get the same answer. All right, so you could write them out if it really freaks you out, but honestly, this is the easier, better way to do it. So please learn this one. Okay, now here, I got to cube this, and I have to cube that. So my answer is going to be r to the negative 3, s to the 12, which, when I put it in on the right side, sorry about that, that's going to be s to the 12. I have to flip the r to the bottom to make it positive. Okay, here I've got 3 in there. I got to square all 3 of these, all right? So this one's going to become a to the 6, b to the 4, c to the 8. We're just multiplying. And number 10, I've got to do both of these. So I'm going to get t to the 20, u to the negative 5, or t to the 20 over u to the 5th by flipping it to the correct side. Okay, this, my friends, is how we do powers. This one, now, if you have a fraction, you have to do it to the top and you have to do it to the bottom. So this is going to become m4 over n to the 6. Okay, same thing here. Everybody gets it. He gets it, he gets it, he gets it. So that's going to become p to the 12, q to the 3rd over r to the 6. Make sure everybody gets included when we do this, okay? Same thing here. And if you notice, I write the arrows. I'm just going to do that so I don't accidentally forget one, and make a mistake. I suggest you do that too. I think it'll really help you. Now, I need to move x to the bottom, so I'm going to get my x to the 4, y to the 4 on bottom. But if I have nothing on top, I have to do a placeholder, and that's going to be my 1. Okay, number 14, I need to square this, I need to square that, I need to square that. A to the 6, b to the 4, over c squared. Number 15, boom, boom, boom. U to the 4th, v to the negative 2, over w cubed. Well, the v needs to flip over, doesn't it? So u to the 4 over tuv, w, v squared, w to the 3. If I don't do it in alphabetical order, is it wrong? No, it's not wrong. But we do have a standard form. It would be nice to keep it that way. Okay, d to the 10 over e to the negative 4. Well, I want to flip him up, so that's just going to become d to the 10 e to the 4. I'm going to circle it right there, okay? You don't have to write the 1 on the bottom. You have to write a 1 on top. You don't have to write 1 on the bottom, though. Here, I'm going to cube him, and him. I'm going to get g to the 6, h to the 9 over k to the negative 3. Remember, we multiply when we do powers. Now it's just going to become hij, okay, so g6, h9, k3. This one, I'm going to square the first, square the second, and square the bottom. I'm going to get t to the negative 4, u to the 8 over v to the 4. And that's going to equal my u to the 8 is going to stay on top. My t is going to go down to the bottom. So t to the 4, v to the 4. This one I'm going to square, square, square. I'm going to get w to the 6, x to the negative 4 over y to the 10. I need to move my x down. So it's going to become w6, x4, y10, just keeping it all positive exponents. And the last one on this page, cube, 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 m to the negative 3, n to the 18 over p to the 6. Now get that m to go down there, L, M, N, O, P, so m is going to go first. I'm going to have my m to the 3 down here. I'm going to have my p to the 6 down here, and up here I'm going to have my n to the 18. And so this, my friends, is how you do a power to a power. Okay, all you have to do is multiply those exponents and you're going to win. So there's version A. You want a little more practice? Go on to B and C, and I'll see you guys there.